So, Vasu, we did see Chinese equities rise to a certain extent after we got some measures post-Politburo meeting and really just last week. But those gains are sort of gone again already. What's your base case and best case scenario in terms of what we might get?
Well, we were more optimistic on Chinese equities at the start of the year. We thought that reopening would give the economy a boost and the equity markets a boost. But we have since taken it down from overweight equities, Chinese equities, to neutral Chinese equities. But, having said that, we are not negative, we are neutral. We are waiting to see what the government does in terms of, helping to boost the economy. Thus far, the measures taken by the government has been piecemeal. But going forward, we are hoping for more. Because if you look at history, in 2008, the global financial crisis, China unveiled a massive stimulus package of close to 4 trillion yuan. That's 10% of GDP. And then in 2014, 2015, in the property slump, they announced another huge stimulus of $3 trillion, 3 trillion yuan. So this time around, the stimulus measures have not been anywhere as close. And I'm hoping, or we are hoping that, essentially the government would do more. What they've done so far is good, but not enough to move the dial and boost investment and consumer confidence in China. So we're hoping that in the coming months, the government will do more, and that will help.
So
Chinese equities will hit
more,
higher.
Vasu, but do you mean another stimulus package of trillions of yen? Because it seems like the government really doesn't want to do that this time around. So what else could it do that's self-sustaining?
Well, I think you're right. The government doesn't appear to be too keen about, launching another big stimulus. But I think they need to do more in terms of helping the property market. They've done quite a bit already. They've brought down mortgage rates. They provided support to property developers. They've eased, buying restrictions on homes. But perhaps they need to do more. Perhaps put more money into the hands of consumers so that, they would have more confidence in terms of buying homes. And perhaps even helping the developers with their, financing issues. So it remains to be seen. I mean, they have the means, they have the reserves and the means to do it. But, the political will appears to be lacking at this juncture. But I think, they're hoping that the economy will find some stability. And if that happens, then, they may not have to do as much as they did historically. But we're hoping for more in terms of more spending, overall fiscal spending in terms of helping the property market and helping the economy. Overall, the measures have been very targeted, but I think the economy clearly needs a shot in the arm.
When you talk about that spending, do you mean sort of direct to household payments? Is that the sort of thing that's going to help actually continue to boost some more resilience in the consumer?
Perhaps, perhaps doing what Japan and the Western economies have done, basically putting more money in the hands of consumers to boost consumer spending, to boost consumer confidence, and also perhaps helping the developers. But that is a much bigger problem, and I'm not sure if the Chinese government is up to really providing a big backstop for developers, but at least putting more money into the hands of consumers, the small and medium enterprises, helping to bring down the unemployment rate. I think that those things would clearly help boost confidence in China. At this juncture, there's a lack of consumer confidence in China. So we thought with the easing of the pandemic, consumers will be out there spending money in a big way. But you can see a great deal of, caution among consumers. And I think a bit of government support that puts more money in the hands of consumers perhaps might help.